piece of me. You want a piece.
With Britney's marriage over, Sam filing for divorce, and apparently no family in her life,
Britney Spears seems to be distracting herself amid her split from Sam Asghari.
Sam Asghari struggled to handle Britney Spears' newfound freedom after her 13-year conservatorship came to an end.
Judge Prenup releasing 39-year-old Britney Spears from the conservatorship that since 2008 had controlled every aspect of the pop star's existence.
He just couldn't handle Britney Spears. Like, he straight up literally could not handle her, couldn't deal. She was just too much for him, and this is according to a new report.
Just such a fun time. But you know, I'm so glad.
Now, rewind back to November of 2021, Britney Spears was finally released from the legal control overseen by her father, Jamie Spears.
The hearing was the first since her father, Jamie Spears, was removed as a co-conservator.
And as she started to live her life very independently, Sam Asghari began to have problems with the way that Britney was living her life. And this is according to a source who spoke directly to Entertainment Tonight.
I think the conservatorship is going to be over today, but the story certainly is not.
Now, in the source's own words, this is what they had to say. Britney could be argumentative at times, but also felt like Sam didn't let her do a lot of things without him. Before Britney's conservatorship ended, Sam was very supportive. Once it ended, Britney felt very free, but that eventually changed based on certain dynamics in her relationship with Sam.
I respect her privacy. That's why I don't talk as much.
There was also another source that had this to say about this. Britney felt like things shifted in her relationship with Sam once her conservatorship ended. Before it ended, Britney was more in a set routine, but once she was free, a lot changed. Britney will never let another person control her, and she felt like that was starting to happen again.
It was probably one of the most special times in my life.
Wow, guys, so pretty much Britney Spears felt like her husband just couldn't necessarily handle her freedom, and he started getting a little too controlling, and she was not about that. And it makes sense if you think about it from Britney's perspective. Like, when you have a history of men controlling you and taking advantage of you, using you for monetary gain, like her ex-husband Kevin Federline.
Well, K-Fed is speaking through his counsel and reacting to the split.
Well, she developed defense mechanisms that felt like she needed to protect herself if anything that appeared as a threat approached her.
Be strong, be focused, get good advice from those around you before making important decisions.
And that, of course, you know, that has a whole set of problems that it creates on its own, especially when Sam has been reported to be trying to blackmail Britney Spears to change the terms of their prenup so that he can get more money from her. Man, that would kick it in overdrive. And who knows what other things Sam was doing in the relationship.
Sam has hinted that he's going to challenge the prenup that they had in place. We know in this prenup there was a lot about confidentiality. He wasn't going to get any spousal support, nor is he going to get any payout.
So who could blame Britney for getting defensive? Now, the sad part is that because she didn't deal with this trauma, it kind of became a self-fulfilling prophecy where she got into another situation, another relationship where a man was trying to control her and take advantage of her in a way. Maybe not necessarily the same like in the past, but for her to lash out like this and think Sam is trying to control her, something must have happened.
It was absolutely disgusting.
And the fact that he's blackmailing her kind of points to the fact that something or some things were happening.
There has been a lot of tumult in that household. There have been a lot of fights. There have been a lot of crazy things that have happened.
Now, both Sam and Britney, they have used social media to discuss the end of their 14-month marriage. Britney Spears shared her feelings about the divorce, and she expressed that she was a little shocked by what happened, and she also mentioned that she reached a point where she just couldn't take the pain anymore. And that's pretty sad to know, you know, especially if you're a Britney fan. And Britney added that she had been putting up a strong front for a long time, and that her Instagram didn't actually reflect what was really going on in her real life. Sam Asghari also broke his silence about the split a day before Britney did, and he wrote that after being together for 6 years, filled with love and commitment, that they now decided to end their journey as a couple. And he concluded by saying this in his own words: "We will hold on to the love and respect we have for each other, and I wish her the best always." happens. Asking for privacy seems ridiculous, so I will just ask for everyone, including media, to be kind and thoughtful. Alright guys, that's all the scoop I have for you in this one, and I want to know, like, what are your thoughts about Britney Spears and Sam Asghari? Like, do you get where Britney Spears is coming from? Do you think Sam was kind of overstepping a little bit, trying to take advantage of her a little too much? I personally think so. I think the relationship kind of leaned that way, especially Britney Spears. She's very independent, very ultra successful, and I'm sure Sam maybe had some insecurities in the relationship, like trying to hold down his woman because what if she leaves or whatever reason, and just got a little bit controlling and maybe saw her as a money-making vehicle somehow, especially because he's blackmailing her, threatening to release secret information about her publicly if she doesn't change the terms of their prenup so he can get more money. Yeah, that's pretty twisted, guys. So if he can do that, like, I just think that he was doing other stuff in the relationship. So that's my 2 cents on it, but join in on the conversation. I want to know your thoughts down below. Thanks for hanging out with me in another video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Boom.